All fired up! We're back, baby. What is a new thing? So this is actually not back. This is new. We're fresh because this is our gambling episode, folks. We've had some people asking us, what are our picks going into the week? What are you thinking? What are you doing? So we did an episode last week, and we tried to rush it all in, and we realized we need a gambling episode. We're going to go by the spreads. We're going to show you our knowledge here on All Fired Up. We are missing our compadre, Mr. John Guerrero, but I do have producer extraordinaire, Joey Clax, as always with me, New York City.
How you doing, pal?
Wonderful. And I don't know what state he's in. He might be in Arizona, Seattle, LA. He could be in Hawaii. Mr. Jordan Fox, maybe Mexico. Where'd the hat come from, Jordan?
Teotihuacan, Mexico, by the pyramids.
While you were
everywhere you want to be. All right.
climbing pyramids out there, weren't you?
Yes.
It's amazing. You guys have to go follow this guy on Instagram. Forget about our show following us. Follow this guy. This guy's got more adventures around the world. It's like a mystique. I don't even know how to describe him. He's our mystery man on the show. I love it.
All fired up.
I learn one new thing about you every week, and it blows my mind. I mean, you came at me last month. Oh, yeah, did my dad, he played in the NFL. Oh, yeah, he sacked Joe Montana. Like, who does that? Who comes at me like that? But, all right, here we go. NFL, this is our gambling edition, and we're going to have our 4 locks. We're going to give them to you at the end of the episode. John, he called them into us a little bit earlier, so we're going to give you his as well. We're going to keep track for the year. And we're going to show you, like I said, what we know here. You might want to just listen to us, or you might find one of us on here that's just absolutely wrong so often you want to just go against us. Either way, it could be worth a listen. Right, Clax?
Could be. You might want to go against all of John's. I'll let you know that right up ahead of time.
I mean, we got one game going as we're filming right now, the Browns, Bengals, so we're not really need to talk about that. We're just going to let that go because I don't want to hear you rant on Baker. He's having a good game so far, but I know you know what's coming, so we're not going to talk about that one.
We won't.
Let's start with some of the early games. Cowboys, Falcons. In Dallas, they're saying there's going to be a crowd. Jerry Jones won't tell us what percentage there's going to be a crowd, but there's going to be a crowd. 4 points going to the Falcons on the road. What do you think, Joey Clax?
4 points going to the Falcons at the road. So where are you drawing these numbers from out of curiosity? Are these the current lines you're looking at, and where are you looking at?
These are current lines in Vegas right now.
Okay. So am I giving you my locks as they come in, or are we just going to go over the locks at the end of the episode?
The show, we'll give our locks. We're going to go through them, so everyone's going to know your picks. But out of your picks, what are your 4 locks of those picks? That's how we're going to do this.
Okay. I like Atlanta a lot in this. This line opened up with Dallas favored by a lot more, and that line is creeping down. I believe it opened up at 7.5. Now it's down to 4.5.
Just 4.
Down to 4. Okay, so I'm liking Atlanta in this game. I like Atlanta winning this game outright. I think Dallas has opened up the season 0-2. Mm-hmm. I think Mike McCarthy showed his colors as an awful play caller, as you stated, and I don't think Atlanta opens up 0-2 again. So,
all right. Jordan, what do you think of that?
So just to reiterate, we're saying Cowboys +4, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, I got Falcons. As much as they didn't do too well week 1, I believe that they actually have a running back that they like, as well as a receiver 3. I don't really think they need a receiver 3, but the fact that they have one just completely opens up that Cowboys defense. It's not a bad defense, but I wouldn't say it's an amazing defense like it used to be. So I just don't think they can handle it. But then obviously, can Atlanta handle Cowboys offense? I don't know, but it's going to be a shootout, and I see Atlanta winning that shootout at least 6 points. 4, I'll take that all day.
Wow. 4. Well, I mean, 4. Yeah, they can lose by 3 and still win if that's the case.
Right.
I hear you guys, and I was leaning the Cowboys the whole time, but I'm going to stick with them, I think. I'm sticking with the Cowboys. I think they're at home. They also started 0-1. I think in Jerry World, I think Zeke is going to run and run and run. I think that's going to be the difference in this game. I think my problem is I think they might only win by 3. That's what makes me nervous with a 4-point spread. But I'm going to take the Cowboys, George. You can put me down for the Cowboys in that one. What about another NFC East team? The New York Football Giants. They're going on the road this week to go against the Chicago Bears. Giants getting 5.5 on the road. You want me to go first on this one? I'll tell you who I'm taking. The Chicago Bears at home. That's who I'm taking. I think there's no way. If you think the Pittsburgh Steelers shut down Daniel Jones last week, it's going to be bad what they're going to do to Saquon in the box, and they're going to make Daniel Jones try to beat him. And you know what? Danny Dimes can't beat him. I think it's going to be minimum 2-touchdown victory, Chicago Bears at home over the Giants. Joey Clax, I know you don't agree with that, it looks like.
I don't agree. I don't agree with that in the slightest bit. I have the Giants winning this game outright. I think 5 points is a lot. I don't know. I think back to the Mitchell Trubisky topic.
I didn't even put that in. I wasn't even thinking about Mitch. I'm just thinking about how the defense versus
I understand that. What's the final score of the game?
Final score of the game is going to be
12-9.
24-10. At least one defensive touchdown. Maybe. And here's my thing. You want to know what Danny Dimes is really good at, Jordan? Field position for the other team.
What did I say?
They might get 4 or 5 field goals, the Bears.
What did I say to you the other day? Don't ever sleep on the Giants. Just don't ever sleep on the Giants. They're the Giants. Just don't ever do that. They surprise you all the time.
They do.
Yes.
But right now they're very, very predictable. To be honest, give the ball to and their offensive line was trash. I mean, whose defense is better, Jordan? The Bears or the Pittsburgh Steelers? You think?
Steelers.
Okay, a lot better.
Steelers.
Okay, I'm just curious. Okay, who's your pick this week, Jordan?
And what's the line again?
5.5.
5.5?
And the over/under is 42, by the way. So I would take the Bears. I'm going to do over/unders as well. I'm sorry that we've been leaving that out for the last one, but Bears. I'm taking the under, and I'm taking the Bears in this one.
I'm taking the under as well.
Okay.
Geez, 5.5, man.
Yeah, 5.5. Basically a TD at that point.
I'm going Bears.
There you go.
Only because of that Nick Foles fire. I think my man Trubisky reacted when he's hot.
I love it. I think I wasn't even talking about Trubisky, and honestly, I don't think Trubisky's going to throw for more than 250 yards at the most.
I'm in awe. I'm in awe of all of this.
Okay.
I'm in awe of all.
You got the over or the under, 42.
I got the under.
You got the under. Okay, so we all got the under, Jordan, and it looks like you and I got the Bears. Clax is going with the New York.
I got a 12-9 final, and that could be either team scoring 12 or 9. But it's going to be at 21-17, 21-19.
Are you saying the Giants' defense is that good or the Bears' offense is that bad? I'm trying to figure out what you're saying.
The Bears' offense is that stagnant, and the Giants' defense is that unpredictable. I'm not saying the Giants' defense is that good. I'm saying the Giants are just that unpredictable, period.
I feel like the Giants' biggest weapons are their skill positions, where you have a guy like Saquon. You've got a guy like maybe Shepard and Tate on the corners. But they don't have any offensive line. They don't have a defensive line. And they have very poor cornerbacks and safeties at this point. So it's like, I don't know. I feel like any team could put up 18 to 25 on the Giants on any given day. But I guess we'll see what happens with that. Let's go to the next one. Packers-Lions. Packers at home, Lambeau, giving 6.5 to the Lions on the road. Jordan, I know you like talking Lions. Go, buddy.
Lions, that's too big.
You're taking the Lions. Stafford?
I'm taking the Lions, my friend.
Over under 49.5.
Over.
Joey Clark.
Detroit over.
Packers Packers are going to murder them, and the over, because the Packers are going to murder them, and the Lions are going to score some garbage points at the end of the game. But the Packers are absolutely the real deal this year, and the Lions are not absolute trash. This is not why I'm saying the Packers are going to murder them. I'm saying the Packers are going to murder them because it's the opening game at Lambeau, and the fact of the matter is Aaron Rodgers is out to prove something this season. And something I decided the other day is that Aaron Rodgers is going to prove something this season to himself, to everybody, to particularly everybody who made the decision to draft a quarterback in the draft. And he's got that look in his eye, and he's going to continue to go out there until they go 13-3 or 12 or 14-2 or whatever. He's going to go out there and continue to throw 4 or 5 touchdowns a game just to prove a point. And I think he's going to go out there and obliterate the Lions. I really, truly do. I think it's going to be a statement game. So I think, and especially after the blunder that the Lions put up to end that game, you know, they had a really good showing. I think they have a really solid team, but after the way that game ended, I think they're going to open up 0-2, and it's going to be really gross for them.
Blowout.
Yeah, in a big, nasty blowout in Lambeau. But I will take the over on top of it because I think the Lions will score some garbage points at the end of it. I'm going to go with the 41-21 final.
I like that. All right, so here's my analysis. I'm going to agree. Basically, I agree with everything that Clack said and bet on, which is Packers in the over, and everything he said. There's one thing I disagree with, Clax. There's one thing of that whole soliloquy that was quite beautiful. I'm not going to say anything less. I do believe the Lions are hot trash. Okay, let's move on to the next one. The next one is going to be, this is kind of an ugly-looking game on paper, but it could be kind of a fun I don't know. I like these games. You guys, I know John would hate it. This is a game John's like, oh, turn this game off. It's the Jaguars on the road versus the Tennessee Titans. And
that is just like a, yeah.
And it's just like there could be 6 fumbles in the game. I like those games. It's fun. Fumble-rooski. Titans are going to be giving 7.5 points to the Jaguars. So touchdown, 44 over under. Dude. Go, Clax.
You know, first of all, this line opened up at 11. Okay, yeah. The fact that it's down to 7.5, everybody's been banging. Everybody's been banging it down to 11 because of Minshew, and I completely understand why it's gotten down to 7.5 because I would have taken it all day. It was a lock at 11. It was a total lock at 11. It was a lock at 10. It's a lock at anything over a touchdown because it's a division game, and it's Minshew magic, right? However,
is that like Fitz magic?
It's even better than Fitz magic because Fitzy never wore shorts. However, let me tell you, me and my boy Deshaun used to be real degenerate gamblers when it came to Boise State reverses.
Shout out to
Deshaun back in the early aughts, and we used to do Boise reverses on Boise in the over. And we used to do nickel reverses, which is a $500 reverse where you take the spread on the game and the over. And if it hit, we'd hit for $2,000. And the over would be something insane, like 106 points. And the spread would be something ridiculous as well, you know, like 30 something points over Hawaii or something like that. And they would cover it. But you'd be sitting there in the fourth quarter on the edge of your seat, like waiting for like that most useless garbage point you ever saw in your life for no particular reason, right?
Go for two.
And that's what you're going to be doing with Gardner Minshew. And I can't, you can't call that a lock. I can't take that. I have to take Jacksonville in this game with the spread over a touchdown, but I don't want any part of gambling on this game. I don't advise anyone to gamble on this game. Stay away from it with a 10-foot pole. But I'm taking the Jaguars.
Jaguars, okay. That's what I wanted to know. So you got the Jaguars and you have the under?
And the over.
And the over?
And the over, because it's a hot trash game.
Oh, okay. Ooh, okay.
You always take the over in a hot trash game.
Okay. Expert advice from Joey Clax. He's been a
Yes,
degenerate.
I'm a real dirtbag. Take my word.
All right, Jordan Fox, baby. What do you say to that? You got to follow that up right there.
I'm gonna go Titans over. I believe that Monday night game was a fluke, and it coulda, shoulda, woulda been over. But Gostkowski had an agenda that Belichick paid him for, so he purposely had to miss those field goals. But that debt's paid off now, and the Titans, I believe, are gonna kind of remind people this week, not the whole season, I can't confirm that, but this week, they're going to remind people why they were in the AFC Championship. They're going to make some moves, and it's going to be very serious ball. Corey Davis did some things. I like that. And that was kind of unexpected in my opinion. I thought we all were looking at A.J. Brown to be the guy. But, man, Corey Davis,
So he still will be.
What?
Brown still will be the guy, I think.
No, yeah, of course. But the fact that Corey Davis got 7 catches one-on-one, that was not something that we would predict.
Someone might have been getting double teamed on the other side, Mr. Brown.
Still.
He got some respect on his name these days. They know who he is now. It's no longer a surprise. That's the difference.
Yeah. So I got Titans and the over, my friend.
All right. Well, I guess the three of us are going to be all at least a little bit different because I as well am going to take the Titans, but I'm going to go with the under. I think you guys don't understand how – this roster on the Jaguars is really bad. They got a win last week, but everyone gets a random week 1 win. That's what happens week 1. Look, that's what happens. I think this is going to be not like bad like you were talking about with Green Bay, but I think I don't think Minshew is going to do very much. Tennessee's got a good defense, and they've got Henry, who's just going to run the ball down their throat. There's no one that could stop him on that Jaguars team. I say Henry runs for 150 this week. That's my prediction. 150, 2 to 3 touchdowns minimum. If you have him in your fantasy league, fellas, this is a good week to definitely start him.
So you don't think the Jaguars are going to score at all, basically? You're taking the under.
I'm taking the under, and I have the Jaguars putting up 30-something. So, no, I don't – I have the Titans putting up around 30. So, no.
Okay.
So, I think the Jaguars are going to put up anywhere from 7 to 10 points max this game, mainly because their defense is going to just – they're not going to be able to do anything. They're going to be on the field for so long. It's not going to be good. So that's where I got. I'm going to go with that in that game. Let's go to Fitzmagic. We were talking about him, right?
Oh,
Fitzmagic. Let's bring him up. Boom. Dolphins, Bills. Jonathan's Bills Mafia on the road. Giving 6 to the Dolphins at home. Jordan. I know, John, this is his lock of the year, I'm sure, whatever, but he's not here to defend himself. I won't go too hard on him. I'll start this one. I'm going to start this one. I'm going to take very easily when I saw this. I'm taking the Dolphins. And 1, because they're at home. 2, because I think that they're a little bit better than people think they are. And I think the Bills are a little bit overhyped more than they think they are. Not too much on either end, but I think just what people are saying, I think they're both a little bit too much. And because of that, I'm not giving a touchdown basically to the home team right now with the Dolphins and Bills. I'm just not. If it was the other way around, I'd do the same thing. But 6 points, too much for me. I'm taking the Dolphins. Fitzmagic can have one of those days. I mean, why not against the Bills? Jordan?
What's the
Oh, I'm sorry. And the over-under, my fault. I forgot to mention it's 41. I'll take the over in that.
Okay. I'll take Bills over, but it's not a lock. It's far from a lock.
Absolutely is.
It is very far from a lock. But I will take the Bills. I do believe that they are the better team and that they are ahead of the game in the AFC East in terms of, Dolphins are rebuilding and things like that. I think those are really like that team that hey, no, we are a AFC contender. It's, them and the Pats. So I think with the contender, you beat people like the Dolphins. both times.
By a
They will.
touchdown?
Pardon me?
By a touchdown?
By more than 6.
That's a touchdown.
Yeah, I know.
Okay, just checking. So
I'm
you're
saying
saying
maybe
yes.
touchdowns.
Okay, so at least a touchdown. All right, Joey Clax, that's your division right there.
Yeah, I'm gonna regret this just because the Bills are gonna win the AFC East and they're more than a contender. They're the AFC East champions. But
Oh,
You're going to prove that you don't really believe in them and you really know the Patriots are going to win it. Go. Who do you pick?
but I'm gonna regret this, and being that this is a gambling episode, you have to gamble smart. And if you want to gamble smart, it's a division game, and you don't take a division game that's more than a field goal. So you take Miami and you take the under.
That's okay. I like it. I was thinking about going with the under. Honestly, I really was. If it was cold weather, I would definitely take the under because you know how to build that just would be. But yeah, I don't know. I feel like maybe it could be a little bit of a shootout. It's Magic versus Allen.
It's gonna be a poop fest. That's what it's gonna be. It's gonna be a poop fest.
All right. So we got a game here that I think could be two teams that went 0-1 last week that definitely need to kick it back. We got the Colts at home versus the Vikings.
yeah.
Ugh, yeah, gross.
Colts are giving 3 to the Vikings on the road, 48.5. Joey, Clax. You going with Kirk Cousins on the road getting his 3 points? Or you going with Phillip Rivers and the Colts?
Kirk's getting 3 points
Kirk is getting 3 points.
on the road in a dome. What's the over under?
It is 48.5. Very high.
Woo.
That's very, very high for those defenses.
Yeah, 48.5, 3 points to the Vikings.
Damn.
I know.
That game's just gonna push everywhere.
I'm personally,
Another game you take a 10-foot pole to, ladies and gentlemen. I'm gonna go with the Vikings and the I'm gonna go with the Vikings and the under.
what about you, Jordan?
Same thing. Vikings under.
Is it the 3 points?
It's
or is
just
it
Phillip Rivers, man. I mean,
Yeah, you don't
lost
trust
to
Phillip
the
Rivers.
Jags, man. But he's the kind of guy he plays to his competition. So
Oh, God, then he's going to be the worst day ever if he's playing a Kirk Cousins.
yeah.
You guys set me up for that one. No, I think that, honestly, you know what the biggest difference is? The Vikings defense is missing their leading pass rusher who had 19 sacks last year. He's out still, and without him, it's a big, big hole in that defense. I saw it versus Green Bay. The Colts are not Green Bay, don't get me wrong. But I think the defense on the Colts is also next-level defense. People forget how good that defense is and how good the offensive line of the Colts are. And I think
why they stopped Minshew?
that's week 1. Let's see what happens week 2.
19 for 20.
Yeah, I know. It's Minshew mania. You can't stop it. Didn't Clax just go over that?
What's Kirk gonna do?
What's Kirk going to do? He's going to lose. I don't know what he's going to do. He might put up a ton of garbage time yards. He might go
Indy
30 for
over or under?
36. What?
Indy over or under?
Under. Indy and the under without a doubt. The under is the lock. It's harder to pick that. The teams, definitely. The Vikings, I definitely would stay. I wouldn't touch this game, by the way, just so you guys know. But yeah, I would take an Indy because it's at home and I like their defense much better. All right, here we go, Clax. You ready for this one?
Sure.
Hometown Jets. The hometown Jets. San Francisco 49ers in New Jersey. 7 points to the Niners. 41.5 over under. You're going to start us off. It's your hometown.
Wow. Okay. This pains every part of my soul to say this. Are you ready?
I'm ready.
I'm taking the Jets.
No, you're not.
Yes, I am. So you just said 7 points, bro. You just said 7 points.
7 points at home.
7 points at home.
Richard
Proud of
Sherman.
you.
I'm gonna take.
Out.
Richard Sherman's out.
Frank Gore's in.
Frank Gore's in.
But not for
Kit-
San Francisco back in the day. He's in for the Jets now 15 years later.
Kittle is banged up.
Wasn't he in like Madden 05 playing for the
Yes.
Okay, and now we're in Madden 21. Okay, keep going. Sorry.
Yes, and I think in Madden 12. Anyway,
So you think
This
the
is-
Jets,
this
do you
is-
think the
this-
Jets are going to win, or do you think they're just going to?
no.
Do you think they're going to lose a nail biter, basically? Under.
No. Oh, this is tough, dude.
That's
I
why
didn't, know
I'm
I didn't know the
asking-
line was 7.
That's why I'm asking these questions.
Over under?
Over under was 41.5, 41 and a half.
This is
Whoa.
just, I'd like to be clear right here. This is why the bookie drives a Cadillac. I'd just like to be clear. Okay, this is why the bookie always wins, and this is why he drives a Cadillac, because this is just impossible. This is just completely impossible. All right.
Hold it,
Fine.
Clive. Hold it.
Fine.
Hold it. Hold it. Hold it. I want you to go last. Jordan, who do you
Thank
have
you.
in this one? Who do you have in this one? I just wanted all your input first, but I want you to actually pick last.
That hurt me.
Yeah, I know, but you gave it to us, and when your face got red, I liked it.
Ah,
Jordan, is this an easy pick for you?
San Francisco over.
Easy breezy, lemon squeezy. He didn't even hesitate there. And I'm going to tell you what I got. If it was double digits, I would have to hesitate and think about the Jets possibly if it was a 10-point spread. But at 7, I have to say, I mean, they're coming off a Super Bowl. If they don't beat them by 7, then they're not. That's it for me in the Niners. But I'm going to have to believe that they're going to win by more than a touchdown. Like, they're going to run the ball hard. I got the 49ers, and I got the under. I don't believe in Jimmy G enough to take the over, that's for sure. But I do believe in their defense against the Jets' offense. That I believe in. Adam Gase should be fired after this game, but they'll let him stay at least another couple weeks and pretend like he's a head coach and have his googly eyes out there now. Yeah.
Thank you for giving me a moment to gain my composure and make me sense of all this. This just became easy right now. San Francisco and the under.
Come back to earth. Okay, it happens. I'm not even gonna.
Yeah.
I'm not even gonna give you one of these right now because I don't feel like it was a homer as much as you really believed it until you really kept hearing it out loud.
It wasn't about the homer. It was about the Niners being awful.
I understand.
Is what it was about, and then I realized that the Jets aren't even going to be able to put up 10 points.
That's what I'm afraid of, and I think it could be a 24-10 game, and because of that, it's an under in the 49ers big win. I think
What's the number again? 40 what?
41.5.
Oh no, yeah, over. I think literally Niners are going to put up 250 plus rushing yards. It has nothing to do with Jimmy. They're just going to run right through them.
So you think the Jets could put up single digits and they're still going to go on the over?
See,
I'm thinking like 35-10.
here's the only thing that the Jets have. It's the only thing that they have is an okay run defense. It's the only thing that they have. It's not a great run defense. It's an okay run defense. The only thing that they have.
But if you know that, you know who else knows that? Kyle Shanahan.
True. Very
So I
true.
bet you he's game planning. He's like, let's say we're 3 guys and we'll just go beat the other 7.
I'm not telling you to change your pick or that it's going to
I
make a
won't,
difference
don't
in the game.
wanna-
I'll just stating a fact.
We want to leave our all fired uppers out there to lots of money in Vegas this weekend. So, no, we got to give them good picks here. Let's go to a game that I'm actually kind of interested in, and I'm kind of interested in your picks. I'm going to go last. It's really
Real
a pick.
quick.
Yeah, what's up?
Real quick, did we mention our 4 locks when they come up or no?
Nope. At the end of the show. I like it. This has come up 3 times now so far. This is great. Nope. We're going to do this at the end of the show. We're going to go through everything. Everyone's going to know all our picks, and then we're going to be like, these are the ones you want to go with.
Just so you know, this next game is one of Jordan's locks. Just so you know.
I don't even know what he's going to say.
I bet you it's the Seahawks Patriots.
It's not the
One of those 2 games.
No, I'm saving the later games for the end. I'm kind of going with the early games now. I'm going with the Rams of Los Angeles versus the Philadelphia Eagles at home. Rams getting 1 point on the road. 46 over under. It's a pick 'em, and I think it's an easy one to me.
Me too.
Is it easy to you, Jordan? Give it to me if it's easy to you. I wonder if you got the same easy as me.
Rams over.
Hey, that's the same as I got. It must be an easy one. What happened, Vegas? You made it too easy for us?
Rams
Max,
over.
what do you think?
It was easier. It was easier for me when I saw the line was the Rams at 4.5. So it's not as easy at 1. And I guess it was easy for everybody when it was 4, 3, 2, and now 1. So yeah,
It's so easy.
I don't know. I don't know why the Rams are getting points. It doesn't make sense to me.
Because they're on the road. That's the only reason.
After the show that Philly put on last week.
And the show.
Maybe the Redskins are the truth.
What's that?
Maybe the Redskins are the truth.
Yeah. Exactly. I don't think so, dude. That's like winning one for Ron Rivera, and all of a sudden they're the real deal. I don't think so. So, I don't get it.
Alex,
and what you're telling me, because Miles Sanders is coming back, that makes a difference? No, I don't understand where this line's coming from.
Okay, so we're talking now Chase Young doing his thing. Oh, and now who's next? Aaron Donald.
Yeah.
What?
It doesn't make any sense, dude.
With Jalen Ramsey standing in the back.
It doesn't make any sense to me.
Carson Wentz can't throw to that side of the field.
But it's scary.
They're going to D on him. They can't throw to that side of the field.
It's scary. I want both of you to remember this. It's scary, and it's one of those things. Throw some real money on this. Throw $1,000 on this and see what happens. It's why the bookie drives a Cadillac, dude. I'm just saying.
It is. I think it's different. Here's a hot take I got, Jordan. Tell me what you think of this. I think the Rams are going to have the same amount of rushing yards that they had as a team. I don't know who or what, as the year they went to the Super Bowl. I think they're built for it again. I think they're going to have that kind of play calling, and it's going to lead to the play action again where Jared Goff's going to be good. And I think the division is going to be very tough for the Rams, but I think when they leave the division, it becomes a lot easier. And I think that's why I got the Rams.
Okay.
Rams in the over, easy in this one.
So you taking the over, guys, or what?
Yeah.
Yes, absolutely. I like this next one. Pittsburgh Steelers at home versus the Broncos. This is another bookie game for you here, Clax. 7.5 to the Broncos on the road. 40.5 over under.
At least I know I'm picking winners, which way these spreads are going. At least I know I'm picking the winners, man.
At least what they originally were, because the Broncos are they looked good last week. They were a bad coaching.
They look good, you said?
I mean, compared to what I thought they were going to look like, absolutely. Yeah, they looked a lot better than I thought they were going to look. Now, I don't know if they look 7.5 points good to the Steelers, but Joey Clax, what do you think? Steelers going to blow them out? Steelers going to win big?
I had the Steelers covering the 5, so I have to have the Steelers covering the 7. Worst case, it's going to push. So, yeah, I have the Steelers covering the 7.
7.5.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'll take them covering the 7.5. It's at home, and I have them covering the 7.5. I have no faith in Drew Lock. I have no faith in what is the 8th quarterback in 8 years. I just have no faith in that team. I have no faith in Marvin.
I can't doubt. I understand why. I don't disagree with anything you're saying. Or when you gave me that dirty look when I said they did well last week. They could have won that game. But do you have the over or under?
What is it?
It's 40.5.
Over.
What about you, Jordan?
Pittsburgh under. I don't know if Denver can score over 10 points. So that's why I have to go under. Judy looked nice, but he didn't catch the ball, though. You have to catch the ball after the nice routes. So, yeah.
You don't think Melvin Gordon's good for a fumble or two?
Fumble or 3, you know.
He's got no fingertips. It's all knuckles. He just holds the ball like, I'm taking Pittsburgh because I think their defense is going to shut them down, like you said, and then Ben's definitely good enough to score enough to cover a touchdown, I feel like. at home for sure, and the under because I don't think it's going to be high scoring. Even if Pittsburgh puts up 28, I still think they cover the under. So Pittsburgh under for me. I think we're
Saquon to what? Melvin Gordon.
6 yards for Saquon. What's Melvin Gordon going to do? Hopefully have a better play call, that's for sure. All right. Hey, this is going to be a game that's going to get a lot of national attention. Tampa Bay, home debut against the Panthers, giving 8.5 to the Panthers on the road.
Wait, the Panthers get 8.5?
Yeah.
Yes, 8.5.
Oh. Okay.
I'll start. I'm going to take Tampa Bay. I'm going to take Tampa Bay, and I'm going to take the under. Because I think the Panthers, their secondary is not very good. I think the Saints are really good. I think we're going to not realize how good the Saints are, and first week of the season for Brady maybe wasn't as much how bad was Brady and the Bucs or how good are the Saints. The next 4 games, if you look who the Bucs are playing, they have to win at least 3 out of the 4 of them. I mean, they're playing against the Broncos. They're playing against pretty bad teams. Panthers might be the best of the 4 teams they're playing, to be honest. In this game in particular, I think Tom Brady needs to make a statement. I think it's going to happen. I think it's going to be the first touchdown for Leonard Fournette this week. I go Tampa Bay under. Joey Clarks, where you at?
What's the over/under?
Over/under is 47.5.
Ooh.
High, my friend. That's high.
Yeah, that is high. But you know what? I like Tampa Bay because I like Tampa Bay winning this game by 9, and I like the over because I like McCaffrey, and I like you know, it's a division. It goes against my division game philosophy, but it's everything you said was correct. So
yeah, I think that's just. I mean, I don't know. It just seems like this is almost like a must-win for him. He's got
specifically Carolina secondary being trash. So
trash.
Tampa in the over.
Jordan.
I initially thought about Carolina because that 8.5 that's bold. That's really, really bold. But you're absolutely right about the Saints. They are very good. And as new as Brady is to that offense, I mean, it sounds corny, but that wasn't that bad of a loss to me against the Saints. Especially when like that's what they do. Like week 1, like they're a, you know, smooth team, especially without Michael Thomas, who didn't really do much at all to do what they did. So I'm gonna go Tampa Bay. I'm actually gonna go over. I think it'll be, you know, maybe 31-21, 34-24. So I think it'll be pretty easy over. I think that's kind of more of the given, but I'll go Tampa Bay. Over's more obvious though to me.
All right, I'll take it. I like it. I think it's gonna be a great game either way. That's all I know. I'm glad it's an early game. I hope they show it out here where I live. Speaking of where I live, hey, look who's up. First home game. Well, maybe actually not first home game. I think it's the second home game. Arizona Cardinals, Phoenix Cardinals, Tempe Cardinals, whatever you want to call them out here. They're the Cardinals. They've got Kyler Murray. They've got DeAndre Hopkins. What was that?
Glendale Cardinals.
Glendale Cardinals. Yeah, call them whatever you want. Actually, that's where they play. They should be called the Glendale Cardinals. They're going to be at home against the Washington football team, or the Washington Truth, as I've heard them called today. 6.5 going to Arizona. 6.5 going to Washington on the road. 46.5 is the over/under. Oof. Oof.
I'm ready when you are.
Would you like me to start?
I'm ready when you are. You let me know.
I'm going to take see, I've been listening to like local radio out here. Some good stuff. Shout out. I'm not going to give them names. I'll give a shout out. Dorf on Sports. All I know is they keep talking about his worst game for Kyler Murray last year was against Ron Rivera and this, that, and the other. But you know what? I think that's a lot of points. I think it's at home. I think Washington did good last week, but they did it against Philly. Cardinals got a win last week against, you know, pretty solid team. I'm not going to lie. Didn't necessarily think that was going to happen. I'm taking the Cardinals. I'm taking the Cardinals. And I'm taking the under. What do you think of that, Jordan?
Washington under.
Whoa.
Washington under.
Whoa. I need to know why. How? Why?
Washington under. That was a division game last week, and even when the Niners made it to the Super Bowl, I think it was week 17, week 16, whatever that was. I don't know. Between 14 and 17. It was a close game, but I think it's going to be very different because I do believe Mr. Rivera is a different man, and when it comes to mobile QBs, he knows how to contain them. He has Chase Young out there, and it's going to be a sloppy game. A lot of turnovers. I do believe the Cardinals will win the game, but that 6.5, though.
I got a question for you. Are the Cardinals better than the Eagles to you? That's a good
Yeah,
question.
but division games what's
That's a
different.
good question.
Yes, but division games what's different.
So now this team's going to travel across the country.
Travel schmavel.
Mm. Look at the records on teams that go from east to west and west to east.
Yeah.
Look at your
What
Seattle.
about the records after teams play the Niners?
I like it.
Physical game, man. Same with the Seahawks.
Yeah.
I mean, you may beat us, but after that, it's rough.
All right. So Joey Cox, what do you got?
Cardinals in the over. I'm very, very curious to see how this one plays out.
Yeah, I definitely think the Cardinals are going to do it. I think this just what Hopkins did last week. I want to know who's going to stop him. And if someone does, then we'll go from there. All right, our second afternoon game. Chargers at home to the Chiefs. 8.5 going to the Chargers at home. 47.5 over
Do
under.
you have to talk about this?
That line opened up at 5.5. And do we have to talk about this? We're all taking the Chiefs in the over. Great. What's the next game?
Okay.
Perfect.
Anyways.
Okay. Next game is actually probably going to be there. These are the best two games coming up in the week, in my opinion. I'm about to talk about here. Texans at home versus the Ravens.
Whew.
7 points to the Texans at home. Yeah, that's a lot. I'm going to take the Ravens. And the over-under is 50, by the way. And I'm going to take the over. I'm taking the Ravens and the over. I don't know what's going on in this game. I don't know. I don't know. I don't know. If the Ravens are who I think they are, it's gonna be like a 38-28 game.
Oh, you nailed it on the head. You nailed it on the head, dude. You don't know. You nailed it on the head. You don't know. Houston and the under.
Wow.
You don't know.
I like it.
That game is gonna be that game's gonna be close, and it's not gonna be a shootout. It's not gonna be 12-7, but it's not gonna be a shootout, and it's not gonna be.
Deshaun Watson is saying, "Are you kidding me? I gotta face Patty Mahomes and then Deshaun Watson week 1 and 2. That's not fair."
He's not. I the contract he just signed. I don't think that's what he's worrying about, man.
You know what he's saying? We go and sizzler.
He's going Sizzler, and he's studying the playbook, getting it done. That's what he's doing, and it's gonna be a close game. Ravens are gonna win the game, but that's too many points, and it's going to what was the spread again?
50.
But what was the line on the game?
7.
Yeah, it's too many.
Mr. Fox.
Houston over.
Okay, so we're all different.
I think the over is pretty obvious personally, but Houston,
Yeah. All right.
yeah, it's gonna be a shootout.
All right.
I guess we'll see. I think it's going to be one of those 38-28
I
games.
think Deshaun is just too
He's mad.
good to be
He's
like
like
that.
with the big boys.
Lamar's too good.
I don't know. The Ravens defense is the real deal this year.
We're gonna win.
I know Houston's defense is beyond suspect. beyond suspect.
And I think Deshaun is good enough. Deshaun's good enough to put up some points.
David Johnson too.
Yeah, I don't know. I'm not going to go that far, but I'll say Deshaun. I'll put my name on Deshaun. I'm not putting my name on DJ at this point.
150 all purpose.
150? 2 donuts on that. 2 donuts on $1.50 for David Johnson versus the Ravens. All day. Yeah, you heard that, Clax. No way. Sorry, sit him. That's all I'm going to say. Hey,
sit him. I don't know about sit him.
That's your advice. You heard it here first.
All right.
Don't sit him, but you're going to be like, damn it, I should have listened to him. All right, how about this one? We got to it, Jordan. Seahawks at home, giving 3.5 to the Patriots on the road. I mean, Seahawks are at home. Patriots on the road getting 3.5. 45 over under.
Seahawks over.
Seahawks over.
Seahawks over. Barely
over.
Mm-hmm. They don't have that many weapons, the Patriots. They don't. So it's a little bit easier. I mean, we had to face Julio and just a lot of guys, man. Gurley.
I'll go next. After that.
Please.
I think the Patriots are a level above, not necessarily offensive weapon-wise, but just as a team above the Falcons. But they're definitely a level below the Seahawks. That's without a doubt. I got the Seahawks. The Seahawks are going to easily cover this spread. I think they're going to win by minimum 10, maybe 20. I mean, they could blow it out at the end. And that's what me saying the Patriots are going to win the division. But the Seahawks, I watched Adams last week. That dude, it's a different level that the team, like, forget about Russell Wilson being another level. Even if
Thank you.
You want to say Russell Wilson's the best quarterback in the league or top 3, with Patty and Lamar? Cool. We could say that. But now forget about that. And DK Metcalf becoming a man receiver now. And like just the running game is solid. Then, it's all good. But then look at that defense. It's better than what it was when they won the Super Bowl. Like when you look at it, and Adams is next level. And sorry, it's not about the Patriots. This is, like I said, I think the Patriots are going to win 10 games minimum. But this is one of their losses for sure. On the road, across the country in Seattle. I'm going to take the under. I don't think the Patriots are going to put up that many points either. I think Cam is going to surprise people and actually have a much better game than people expect him to have. I just think their defense is not going to be able to hold them down. And I think once it becomes a one-dimensional game for the Patriots and they have to pass the ball and they know it, that's when Seattle's going to take over. So, yeah, I got Seattle in the under. I almost convinced myself just now to take the over while I was talking, but I'm going to stay with the under. Go.
What's the over-under? What's the line?
45. 24-21.
Seattle and the under.
Yeah, that's what I said. Okay.
Yeah.
Jordan, you took Seattle in the over?
Yeah, we're scoring more than 30.
Okay.
They're scoring more than 14.
And you said barely making the over. I think barely won't. It'll barely.
Where I am, like maybe 3 or 4 under.
31-17.
Yeah, it's going to be good. All right. Last game, Monday Night Football. The Saints on the road giving
I like this game a lot.
6 points to the Raiders.
I have strong feelings toward this game, but I want to go last.
You got it. Would you like
I
me
like
to go
this game a
first?
lot.
You do? Let me know why. Tell me.
Just because the Saints are proven, they're a top-notch team. I comfortably say they're top 5 in the league. I could say that. And the Raiders are just trying to prove that they're a playoff team. Whether they are or they're not, they have to prove it. And this is the game to prove it. Dang, man.
I felt like you were going Saints. When you started that, it was all like you were going Saints. And then I'm like, wait, what the hell's going on? The conversation shifted. Uh-oh. It was like watching a wrestling match. It's like one guy's winning, and all of a sudden the other guy came back to like, what just happened?
Yeah.
Hold on. Don't say anything. Don't say anything. You just.
What's the over-under first, please?
The over-under for this one is 49.
Okay, you go.
So I'm going to start it because you both kind of want to hold on to it. I think you should. I'm going to take the Saints, and I'm going to take the under. And I'm taking a lot of unders this week, I noticed, in a high-scoring league, which doesn't make much sense. But here's why I'm going this way. I honestly feel Tampa Bay is better than the Raiders. I do. Like, I think Tampa Bay is better than the Raiders. The running back on the Raiders don't
Right
get
now?
Josh Jacobs is the real deal. That's where I'm going to give the Raiders maybe the advantage, is that running game. Like he's the real deal. Other than that, I just think that Tampa Bay is a better team, and I watched Tampa Bay the way they played the Saints. I think the Raiders are going to play them worse than the Saints, than Tampa Bay did, and they are on the road, the Saints. It's a little different, but they don't have Michael Thomas. So they could win, 7 points and they win. No, I got the Saints by at least a touchdown. Absolutely. Saints and the under. Go,
You
Joe.
helped me out. I'm going to say Vegas and over, man.
Vegas
Make
and
some money.
over.
Make some money.
I'm glad I can help you.
Let's do this. Why not?
All right, so we're going completely opposite there. Joey Clax, I guess this is your time to shine.
So this is the opening game at the new stadium, right?
Yeah.
The Death Star, yeah.
The Death Star,
Are
right?
they going to have people, maybe 10% capacity, they said, 20% something?
Yeah. So
there?
I just want to remind everybody about a game in 2002 when the Texans first became an expansion team, and I want to say it was Sunday Night Football. They were like 17-point underdogs to the Cowboys, and Cowboys came out and just played a horrific game, and the Texans won the game.
And who was the quarterback of the Texans?
Don't care.
You should
Matt Schaub, that sounds right. Was it Matt Schaub?
You said it was the expansion year of the –
Yeah.
No, it was the brother of the quarterback on the Raiders.
Oh,
Okay.
no.
Look at that.
Okay.
Look at that
There.
symmetry. The Carr
Look.
brothers. You just put it together.
There
You
you go.
did something amazing without even trying,
I
Clark.
did.
That is what you are the greatest. If anyone ever asks me, why is Joey Clax the greatest? He just put together an 18-year story without even knowing why he put it together.
Yes, that's
why you need me in your life, to help you put together your stories. I'm telling you. Like, you didn't realize how good that story was. You almost just left it just at that. I'm like, no, that's his older brother, his rookie year. No, come on.
the moral of my story is I love the Saints in this game. I absolutely love the Saints in this game.
I don't know where the story had anything to do with that, except the better part was connecting the brothers, in my opinion. But okay, that's cool. So you got the Saints, but you have the over or the under.
No. But you absolutely cannot take the Saints in this game because the Raiders it's their first game in this stadium. You can't take the Saints in this game. So I'm going to take the Raiders. I'm going to take the over, and that's why. And now, especially since you just tied this 18-year story together, I got the cars, bro.
I bet you his brother's going to be there to celebrate with him, too, just for you. We're going to get that picture. We're going to put that up as my background the whole next episode just to
Yes.
put our boys together. By the way, his Carr from Texans. So it's David Carr that plays right now? Or that was his brother in Texans? I don't know which one. One of the Carr brothers, the older one, he won a ring as the backup to Eli Manning, just so I let you guys know. So you're welcome, Eli, for helping out another person win a ring that probably never should have won a ring, but he played so horribly in Texans, he deserved it, I think. I think he got sacked the most ever in a season, like 70-something times. I mean, that was ridiculous. All right, so now you ready to give them your fired up, locked 4 picks, guarantees to make you money when you do a parlay in Vegas this weekend?
Oh, yeah.
Jordan, give it to me.
I'm going to go 4-3-2-1, okay? So 4 is Steelers at 7.5. I like it a lot. I really do. Steelers are 4. Seahawks 3.5 is my 3. I have the Chiefs 2 at 8.5. And number 1, where I am running, Rams are getting 1 point. I am running.
I love it. I love it. Joey Clax.
Okay, get ready to get really, really angry. You guys ready? In particular order, number 4. And I got different lines here, so you got to bear with me. But you whatever lines you have them at, I had them at something much different. Giants a +5 at the Bears.
Oh my.
I can't take it. Okay. I'm breathing heavy, but okay.
Okay. Packers -6.5.
Yep.
I had Atlanta at +7.5
Whoa.
at Dallas, but I think it's +3.5, +4.5 now.
The Atlanta game.
Yeah.
Atlanta Dallas is 4, and the over under is 54.
Yeah. So Atlanta +4.
Over under
And-
54.
Or just Atlanta +4. That's my lock.
Okay.
And last but not least, throw the house on it. I am with Jordan on this. The Rams. That's just the lock of the week. It absolutely is the lock of the week. I'm really upset, that we put in our picks already for the.
Oh no, I'm solid because I'm going to give you my 4 real quick before you go into that.
Yeah.
So my number 4 is the Seattle Seahawks at 3.5. Whatever it is, but just Seattle Seahawks. That's 3.5. Yeah, Seattle Seahawks for sure is my number 4. My number 3 is going to be the Packers, 6.5. I think we've already went over all the reasons why I feel like the Packers are going to smoke them, but they're going to smoke the Lions for Matt Patricia reasons. Number 2, that great game. I got the Rams. I got the 1 in the Rams all day. I'll take that and run. And then number 1 is this is the most obvious. This is my pick in my survivor pool. This is the most obvious pick of the week. How could you guys not make it number 1? You said it was the most obvious. We didn't even talk about it. That's the Chiefs. I mean, the Chiefs and give Chiefs in 15. We got the Chiefs, all of us still. So, Chiefs over the Chargers all day, all night. What were you going to say, Claxton? You wish you would pick someone different?
I feel like should have taken the Rams pick in her survivor pool, but I mean, you feel that strongly about the Chiefs. I mean, that's cool.
I feel that strong. You didn't pick the team you picked didn't even make your 4.
This is true.
Nationwide, ladies and gentlemen, just so you know, Joey Clack took the Tampa Bay as his lock of the week in his survivor pool.
But there was no spread on that.
No spread.
Right.
Straight win.
Completely different ball game. And since we're speaking of spreads, what's Homer Bailey's 4 locks? Since we're getting these out.
Yeah, please.
Oh yeah, let's get into Mr. Jonathan Groom. I can't believe I almost forgot to bring those up here.
Yeah, they're forgettable.
He's not here to defend himself, guys.
No, he's not.
No, he's out taste testing pork chops.
Oh, eggplant. Oh, who's this pick? I know. I mean, we know definitely the Bills. We could say that.
Yeah, right. The Bills, the Cardinals.
You got them?
Hey, if you guys are right, the Bills are going to be in first place in the AFC East at the end of the week. Just pointing that out.
This is true. They will be. They will be.
It's only week 2. Just saying.
I didn't.
They have to go through the NFC West as well.
Yep. Absolutely true.
I don't know who John picked.
So if I think about that, let me see.
I know John picked the Bills because he always picks the Bills. Did he pick the Cardinals?
I think the Patriots can beat the Niners. I'm not sure if the Bills can.
Oh, I don't.
Because if you think about it,
With or without Cam Newton?
yeah. Wow. And then Bills, Cardinals.
Look at
They're like the same team, to be honestly.
Yeah, I don't know.
Well, I mean, one has Hopkins. I guess that's different.
That's a big difference when you've got probably the best wide receiver in football, top 3. Definitely top 3, but is he the
I think
best?
Bills will be 2-2 in the NFC West tops.
Who's
Same
the,
with the Patriots.
who's the best wide receiver in football right now? Is it Hopkins?
Yeah.
Julio.
I mean, I think it's between Hopkins and Michael Thomas. I think those are the two
What?
guys that are fighting.
What did Julio do wrong?
Not have the stats that Michael Thomas has had the last 3 years? Am I wrong?
I'm not sure what the definition is here.
Same.
Yeah, I'm not sure what the definition is here. Is this the guy you want on your real life team? Is this the guy you want running the route when the game's on the line? Is this the guy?
Who's been the best the last 2-3 years?
Is this the guy you're building a team? Is this the guy you're building a team around? What is the question here?
It's who's been the best the last 2-3 years?
And what do you
Statistically?
mean by
Just the best wide receiver, the best overall wide
so you're
receiver.
basically talking about on paper who is the best.
I mean, who had the best production over the last 3 years? How's that?
Okay, you put it that way.
Last year, Michael Thomas had
Or
100.
Julio.
It's Julio?
I said Michael Thomas or Julio if you say it like that.
Oh yeah, it's Michael Thomas without a doubt. How many catches did Michael Thomas have last year? 2 years ago, 2018.
Sure, it was amazing.
Wait. 2 years ago, he set the record. Joey Clark, you ready for this? 2 years ago, he had
Set a record, 100 and something.
No, it's amazing. I wouldn't want him
125 and
personally.
1,400. And then last year, he broke his own record and caught 149 passes last year.
So if you don't know who the QB is, you're saying Michael Thomas?
Well, I know who the QB. I mean, it sucks that he plays with Matt Ryan. If he was in New Orleans, he'd probably be the best. I agree. He's got the best raw talent, without a doubt. Julio.
If Thielen was on the Saints, I would say Thielen, but he's not.
That's right. He's not. So I got to go with what is. So right now, it's I guess right.
So you're basically saying Michael Thomas.
Was Brady the best? Was
Brees.
Brady not the best quarterback in the last X amount
I'm
of
saying
years?
Julio, no matter what the QB is. I don't care who it is. I'm saying Julio.
He gets hurt.
You can't say that with Michael Thomas. You can't say that.
How do you know? We haven't seen Michael Thomas do anything but put up monster numbers. I mean, his worst season was his rookie year when he went for 92 catches, 1,100 yards, and 9 touchdowns. That's his worst season
All right.
in 5 years. That's his worst season. It's
Okay.
crazy. But yes, he's a product of his environment. I can't say he's not. Of course he is. But
That's what I'm saying. Take the guy out of the environment. Is he really that guy?
I don't know. You can say that about Steph Curry and Klay Thompson, but they are in the
Yes, you
environment.
can.
and they
You
are
can't say that with Julio. He's the man, period.
But he's not. Like his stats don't back that up.
Oh, my gosh. He is a different person.
Physically.
Okay.
But he gets his. Don't get me wrong. He eats. I'm not saying he's not a top 3 wide receiver in the league.
Hey, while we're discussing spreads, what was the spread on the Browns-Bengals game tonight?
Let me take a look.
42.
Yeah, something like that.
Guessing.
No, but what was the line on the actual game?
I don't know. I don't have that in front of me.
I think it was 11.
I think it was Brown 6.5.
Was it 6.5?
6 or 6.5.
28-23 Browns right now.
No, I had it at 8.5.
Okay. I put money on the Browns straight up.
Makes sense. Not a bad
Didn't
pick.
get a lot back, but I didn't care.
All right, I got Jonathan's picks. If anyone does care, I do have Jonathan's picks here.
There you go.
So let's get these picks here. He took the 49ers over the Jets. He took the Bills, of course, over Miami. Ravens over Houston. And Arizona over Washington. Those are his 4 locks. Ladies and gentlemen, he might be the guy to follow for this way or this way. Who knows? John might be your guy. Might just be. We're going into fantasy week 2. Everyone is 0-1 except for the Fox. We'll see what happens. Week 2 is always interesting. See who's 0-2, 1-1, and 2-0. That kind of starts becoming, little differences in the standings. You get to separate the meat and the potatoes a little bit. But we'll see what happens. This is our gambling episode of All Fired Up, brought to you by all the greatest cannabis Arizona has to offer. We will be back with our rundown of the weekend. Maybe Monday night, guys, if not Tuesday. Either way, we'll get you guys a rundown, and then this is going to be a gambling episode every week. I hope you're ready for it. What? Jordan, you got something to say?
If the season were to end now, who's taking the SATs?
This guy.
It'd be
Okay. All right.
class.
We're good. I just wanted to. Okay.
This guy.
I'm in second place. I just want to say
The season's not ending today. So
Hey, COVID's a real thing. So
Wow.
just, hope everybody's good. Ethan says
That's a great point, dude. COVID is a real thing. That's a great point.
You could all of a sudden be cut off. You don't ever want to be sitting in the cellar in this.
That's a great point. I didn't even think of that.
No,
I didn't even think of that.
First, always third.
Wow, that's a great point. Shoot. Okay.
We can't go 0-2 this week is what it comes down to, boys. We don't. I have a feeling that it's going to be a couple 0-2 teams possibly at the end of this week still. I think there could be another.
Shoot.
We'll see what happens, but we'll keep you guys posted. Have a good week. Bye.